All right. So good morning. Good Sunday morning. Um, I'm going to, let me get this together so nobody calls. Put my do not disturb on and get to our music. And then I'm going to read Acts of Faith for sure. And today my energy was pulled toward Inward, which is also by Young Pueblo. I think I've read from Clarity and Connection by him, but I'm going to also do Inward. And let me just, I know what song we're going to meditate to, so I'm going to find that. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to start with Inward. Okay. And what I opened up to simply says, find the tools you need to heal. Um, and that's just very straightforward. When I think of healing in the capacity and the manner in which this book resonates with me, um, it is being honest about where we are, what we have experienced in life, how we are showing up in the world, and then making an honest assessment about, are we showing up this way by choice, or is this a default of how we have been raised, what our experiences have been, what has been instilled in us? And the final step to that assessment is this how we want to continue to show up? And oftentimes, when we identify areas that we are showing up as less than our highest and most whole self, it's an area for healing. And there are multiple tools that can support our healing, our emotional healing, our spiritual healing, the healing of our soul, and what we need physically. And meditation and understanding the power of our breath is absolutely a tool for healing, as well as a number of other tools. So that was this morning. Find the tools you need to heal. I often share and say, whenever I'm sharing, whether that is through social media platforms or when I'm sharing with groups or even individually, I say, identify your tools, know what your tools are before you need them, because once you need them, it's very hard to identify them. So meaning is it's very hard to focus in on your breath and use your breath to calm your central nervous system when you are in crisis, if you have never walked through that exercise, when you are calm, it's very hard to, it would be very difficult for me to get on my yoga mat and understand the importance of moving my body and stretching my body and using my body to move trauma and emotion and energy through my body when I'm very upset if I've never done that before. But because I get on my mat when I feel good, I know that even when I'm upset, even if I don't feel like it, even if I'm frustrated, even if I'm in pain, I know mentally what the benefits are. I know that this tool works. And so I will push myself, I will force myself to get on my mat. It's sort of like taking the medicine that I know is going to work. I know that prayer works. So I pray when I want to and when I don't, because I know that it is a medicine that will heal the parts of me that may be sore or tender or aching or hurting, but that comes from doing it and having identified those tools when I was well. So I definitely offer you to find your tools: prayer, meditation, going out in nature, hugging a tree. I shared after a recent trip to New Orleans about the importance of hugging the trees and how the trees can help us heal, but we help heal the trees, and especially those trees. On this trip that we took to New Orleans, we went to a plantation and we went to Congo Square, where our ancestors and previously enslaved Africans have been. And so you just imagine what atrocities those trees have bear witness to. And that when we hug the tree, we can pass our empathy and compassion on, and that tree can pass back to us energy and life force. So the tools are important. The tools are important. Um, okay, so now for Acts of Faith, December 11th, it says, a sequential chain of events called growth will bring forth the fruit of the seeds. And that's from Reverend Joe Hill. It's always amazing to me when there is the synchronicity and it syncs up with what the message is. So, like I shared, inward, I open up to where it needs to be opened up to. And this is right in line with that. So, a good farmer does not worry about the weather. He plants his seeds well, takes great care to till his soil, and knows the seeds will produce. A good farmer does not plant when the winds are blowing. He waits until there's peace and calm. He then carefully digs the holes and places the seeds down with love and prayer. You are a farmer. Your thoughts are the seeds you plant. They are the cause of every condition in your life. Your success, health, wealth, and all of your relationships are the fruits of the seeds you have planted. If you want an abundant harvest and healthy fruits, you must carefully turn the soil of your consciousness. Get rid of the weeds of doubt, fear, criticism, and judgment of yourself and others. Clear your minefield of the rocky areas, whining, complaining, and blaming other farmers for spoiling your crop. Plant every thought with care and prayer if you want a vast harvest of healthy crops. Today, I am planting a minefield of goodness. And the reflection that you can do today is describe the seeds of thought you are planting for your future harvest. So this ties into two places. One, it ties into the tools. When she's talking about if you want an abundant harvest with healthy fruits, you must carefully turn the soil of your consciousness. Get rid of weeds of doubt, fear, criticism, and judgment. Clear your minefield. How do you do that? With your tools. Turn the soil of your consciousness. Shift your mindset. That can be done through daily affirmations, through journaling, through intention setting, through just being aware of what is coming out of your mouth. That's a tool. Meditation, intentional speaking is a tool. Get rid of the weeds of doubt, fear, and criticism. How? With a tool. Maybe the tool for that is therapy. Maybe it is talking to someone. Maybe it is getting to the bottom of where this fear and doubt has come from. Is it something that was passed on from you? Did you grow up in a household where you had to fear and you couldn't have confidence in yourself? Identifying that, peeling back the layers, and then doing the work to uncover it. It's the way that you clear the soil that she's speaking of in preparation for you to plant your seeds is through your tools. And so the seeds that she's talking about planting, you can't plant good seeds in an angry, closed off heart. You can't plant good seeds in a busy, overactive mental space. And so use those tools, clear your soil, prepare your soil, your body, your mind, your spirit is your soil. And then you can plant your seeds and expect a healthy harvest. So this was two good readings for a Sunday. Feels like maybe almost church. All right. So we are going to meditate. So maybe take a breath. Um, I will say I'm not sure how any of that resonates. Sometimes it can trigger up the very emotions that you have. It could, when you talk about healing, um, what often happens is the wound, whatever it is that needs to be healed, comes to the surface. So if that happened this morning, I offer you to know that healing is possible. Um, I won't go into too much detail, but I will share. I'm going to have an offering in January around this very thing and healing. And I'm going to share my own journey. And I would just offer to rest and have comfort in knowing that healing from even some of the most difficult situations is possible. Um, is work, but it's so worth it. So, if anything came up for you this morning, I would never want to drudge up feelings or emotions and then just send you off. So, we're going to meditate. Um, and then, after we meditate, if there are any questions or anything that either of you would like to share, I'll definitely hold the space for it this morning. So, let's just settle into our seat. We'll take a few cleansing breaths. So remember our cleansing breath, we inhale, a deep inhale, and then we'll exhale audibly. And that will be to release. So we'll do 3 of those. We'll inhale and exhale. And 2 more. Inhale and exhale. And 1 more. Inhale and exhale. And now let's just settle into our seat. If you're in a seat, a chair, and your feet are on the ground, I welcome you to place them flatly and feel that support. Feel the points of your body that are in contact with your seat, your back, your lower thighs. And just begin to let your body settle in and breathe. Notice any thoughts or sensations that may arise, knowing that there's nothing to do with them other than notice. If your thoughts become too invasive, too busy, too rapid, remember that we can go back to our 4.3 breathing, where we inhale for 4, hold at the top for 4, exhale for 4, and breathe normal for 4. And I realized that in the past I had not shown the hand movement. So sometimes if your thoughts are really invasive, you can even use your hand to paint out a square, and that will help settle, between focusing on your breath and your hand movement. It will help minimize some of the busyness of the mind. So you inhale for 4, hold for 4, breathe normal, exhale for 4, breathe normal. And you just continue to make that square. So let's settle in and we'll meditate. Remember, you can close your eyes or take your gaze low. Rest your hands on your lap, palms down if you need grounding, palms up if you're in a space to receive. And breathe.
Sariga, riga pa, no.
Release any tension that may be in your shoulders, your jaw, the space between your eyebrows, and breathe.
I am all that is divine, and in this truth I live. I am love. I am light. I am all that is divine, and in this truth I live. And in this truth I live. And in this truth I live. I am love. I am light. I am all that is divine, and in this truth I live. I am love. I am light. I am all that is divine, and in this truth I live. 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 I am humble. I am curious. I am all that is divine, and in this truth I live. I've got beauty inside, and my soul speaks through my eyes. I am all that is divine, and in this truth I live. And in this truth I live. And in this truth I live. I am bold with vision. I am alive with purpose. I am all that is divine, and in this truth I live. I am laughing when I rise from in this truth I live, and in this truth I live. I am love, I am light, I am all that is divine, and in this truth I live. I am love, I am light, I am all that is divine, and in this truth I live, and in this truth I live. And in this truth I live. I am love, I am light, I am all that is divine, and in this truth I live. We are love, we are light, we are all that is divine, and in this truth we live. And in this truth we live. And in this truth we live. And in this truth we live.
So slowly begin to bring your awareness back into this space. You can wiggle your toes, flutter your eyelids, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Bring your hands to heart center. That's comfortable for you and in your practice. I thank you both this morning for taking time for yourself and for your meditation practice and allowing me to guide you through this practice. I do not take it lightly, and I am eternally grateful. You can bring your hands to the space between your eyebrows, your third eye center. The light in me sees, honors, and appreciates the light in each of you. Ashe, Amen, Hallelujah, Namaste. Thank you, ladies. I'm going to stop the recording.